Elahe had never taken part in protests before. Now in exile in Italy, she says that after Masha Amini's death, she felt compelled to take a stand. That's the sound of the bullet that changed her life. She'd rushed to help young protesters who'd been shot while pulling down pictures of the supreme leader. She came here for medical treatment. Surgeons removed the bullet from her head, but couldn't save her right eye.
It was like losing a loved one. An eye is a part of someone's beauty. I'm just one of many wounded protesters. Even though he shot my eye, my heart is still beating. My heart beats for life, for Iran, for the people of Iran.
It beats too, with the agony of separation for her twins now being looked after by their grandparents.
The last moment I was with my children before I was shot, I had bought them school supplies. All their clothes and hands were covered with blood, and they kept shouting, "My mom was killed." It was a tough moment. I can never forget it.
Thank you.
So many Iranians suffered terribly in a brutal crackdown against the women-led uprising. Hundreds were killed. Thousands upon thousands were arrested and 7 executed. The protests eventually died down, but not the widespread fury that had ignited them. One Western diplomat estimates that around the country about 20% of Iranian women now go out unveiled. They know they're being watched and that they risk being fined, denied public services or jailed. I get in touch with a 20-year-old music student in Tehran on a messaging app. We agreed not to use her name and to delete our conversation immediately.
I couldn't have imagined that I could be this brave before Massa's death. We just needed a tiny spark to light the fire. So even though I feel scared to my bones, whenever I pass the morality police, I keep my head high and I pretend that nothing is happening.
Mojgan Ilanlu, a prominent filmmaker, began posting pictures of herself unveiled last year. She was jailed for several months after also criticising Iran's supreme leader. She says a profound social revolution is taking place across classes and across the country. Extraordinarily, she spoke to me from Tehran without wearing the veil.
What has changed after Massa's death is men's public opinion of women. In the streets, in the metro, in bazaars, they praise women's courage, even at family gatherings, which I believe is the most significant fruit of Massa's movement.
Back in the suburbs of Milan, Elahe has no idea when she'll be able to go home. She still needs an operation so she can close her eyelid over her new glass eye. But she tells me she has no regrets.
I don't regret it because I can't remain silent in the face of oppression. It was for the freedom of my homeland, for my people, for the next generation. Whenever I'm speaking to the kids, we always say that we hope we'll be reunited in Iran in better days.